Hello, Taurus. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love and life reading, focused on the second half of May from the 16th all the way through the 31st. General reading as always, guys. All right, so let's begin. And I'm going to use these three decks to get things started with the focus messages. The Soul Activation Oracle deck by Rising Sun Oracle, the Twin Flame Angel Numbers deck by Mystic Moon, and lastly, the Soul Whispers deck by Bridget of Divine Essentials. So let's begin, Taurus, and see where this goes for you. So their current feelings for you and what they need you to know right now. And of course, anything that pops up in regard to life messages, life-related messages, aside from your love life, of course. So let's grab a card here. I'm guided to this one. We have peace. I love it. The crown chakra. The number 61 could break down to a 7. Sevens in tarot. It's about faith, having faith in something, restoring the peace in your life. It's beautiful. Okay, so let's add to this from the Angel Numbers deck. And I love how the crown chakra is reflected there because it's about enlightenment too, you know? Experiencing that enlightenment in your life in order to be able to restore the peace. Find that peace. All right, let's grab a number. I'm guided to this one. 222. The necessary seeds have been planted on your journey. Remain patient as they begin to gestate. Man, I love that message, Taurus. Also, if you happen to be seeing that time or that number, pay attention to that. So there's something happening here for you, not just in regard to your love life either. Something's beginning to grow, and I mean, look at that beautiful flower right there. It's blooming. Okay, so let's grab a dialogue card from the Soul Whispers deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. For the second half of May, from the 16th through the 31st, and a happy birthday for those celebrating birthdays, second half of May. All right, let's grab a card. I'm guided to this one. I read all of your messages. Okay, so maybe someone's reached out, someone that you have been estranged from, in separation from, and you're reading their messages, or it's you that's reaching out to someone and they're letting you know here that they've read your messages. Now, the only reason I can think right now as to why this is coming through is because either you've sent messages and you haven't gotten a response, or it's the other way around. So this is clarification from your angel guides here, Taurus, that the messages have been received. Okay? So let's go ahead and add to this. I'm going to pull from my Silhouettes deck here. So let's grab some additional advice and guidance and insight. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. What else do we need to know here? We've got stepping stones. Okay? Learn from your past mistakes to avoid life's pitfalls and thunderstorms. Until you do, tread lightly. The wrong step might land you in deep water. All right. And then this card wanted to come out with that one, toxic, know when to walk away. So if you know in your heart, Taurus, that you have been in a toxic situation, in order to restore the peace in your life, you need to remove yourself from this, whatever that represents. It's different for everybody. We have loneliness. I've seen these clouds before, but I don't ever recall them looking so sad. It must feel this emptiness in my heart and the storm falling down from my eyes. Okay, so this is someone who's feeling quite lonely at this time. Maybe that's because they miss you, you're not with them. But also what I'm getting, and take this only if it makes sense, you removed yourself from a toxic situation or relationship. It does not have to be romantic. It could be a friendship. It could even be a family member. And it could be that person who's feeling lonely because you're no longer a part of their life, but at the same time, you've removed yourself from this toxic environment. Okay? And also sometimes when we get so used to being in this type of energy with somebody, we're used to it. It's almost like we're accepting it. But if you were the one that actually walked away and moved on, this could still be you where you're feeling lonely and missing them, but really it's for the better if you have removed yourself from something unhealthy. That's just what I am getting from that. Dream house. It's not a home unless we're in it together. This is what I'm getting, Taurus, and this might just be very specific for some of you. You guys used to live together. Maybe you moved out. And so they're missing you. They're lonely. And it's just four walls now. It's not even a home because you're not there. But this is the advice for you at this time as well, Taurus. The possibilities of what could be in your life, in your love life, life in general. As long as you realize there are no limits, it is truly endless. So go live your best life today. So if you relate to what has come through here, Taurus, to restore the peace in your life, and if you have walked away from something unhealthy and toxic, look at all of the possibilities that are now open to you. Okay? So let's add to this. I'm going to pull from my Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Taurus in love and life for the second half of May. What else do we need to know here? What else do we need to know? We have lessons, definitely lessons that need to be learned. So this card reads, sometimes love puts you where you need to be. Sometimes it derails you and saves you from what you thought you wanted because there's someone better, taking you down broken roads, teaching you lessons that need to be learned. And sometimes it brings you back to the beginning, that first love, because that's where you belong after all. Okay, so for some of you guys, there could have been a first love that you detached from, you moved on to another relationship, and that relationship ended up being toxic. So as it says, sometimes it puts you where you need to be in order to learn those lessons. And sometimes it's meant to just be an experience to derail you, to save you from what you thought was a good relationship. But really, it isn't. It's not good. It's toxic. Let's see what else. What else for Taurus, please, angels and spirit guides? We do have instinct, okay? The stars instinctively know when it's time to come into alignment. It doesn't need to be manipulated and helped in any way. It just falls into place when it's meant to, just like you and I. So if you are at a distance from one another, Taurus, you got to trust your gut and your instincts, as it says. If it's meant to be, it'll find its way back to you. But don't put your life on hold waiting for this to happen, If it's meant to be, allow the universe to work on your behalf. And then we have steps coming through here. I've been hurt so many times by people, by love, by hopes and dreams that never came to be. I could stay where I'm comfortable, confined within my own walls, so I'll never hurt again, or I can hand it over to a higher power, to the universe, to guide me to my next chapter. Baby steps. Exactly. Remain patient because the seeds have been planted, remember? So in order for you to learn these lessons, it does require you to go slowly and to take baby steps. Because by doing that, Taurus, it might land you here towards this type of connection. Kismet, you and I were two lost souls destined to meet in this lifetime. It doesn't matter how many wrong turns or choices we've made before we came into each other's lives. All that matters is that in the end, we got it right. We found each other. And I'm just feeling that this could be future energies here for some of you. Taurus, that one chapter of your life had to come to an end because it was toxic. In order for you to find this beautiful love that's meant to be a part of your destiny. And I'm kind of getting that whoever this person represents that comes towards you, if you haven't met them yet, that you both made really bad choices in love and romance, which is why we've got these lessons that you both needed to learn in the meantime in order to not repeat those patterns. And so by the time you do find each other, you've both really learned what it is that you want, what it is that does not work in regard to your relationships, and how it's affecting your life overall. Okay, so let's add to this. I'm guided to pull from my tarot teacher here. So let's go ahead and see. What else? And again, for those who aren't aware, guys, this deck is on sale, but it's the version without the gold edging. So it's on sale the entire month of May. If you want to learn how to read tarot, this is a great deck to start off with. Okay, so it does have upright and reversed meaning, so there's no second guessing what the cards mean. It's all laid out there right in front of you. All right, Taurus, what else do we need to know here when it comes to your current situation with a particular person? And let's see what any advice that pops up in regard to your life matters. Okay, I'm kind of feeling this wants to come up in the reverse, so that's how I'm going to read it. Which is the Wheel of Fortune for now. Which I kind of feel this makes sense at this time for some of you, that you've had a string of bad luck. You know, maybe you feel like life just took you in a different direction and you were losing control. But this is about clinging to that control. So you might have run into a string of bad luck here is what that is representing, you know. You've experienced a bit of misfortune in your life or even your love life. But I feel that that certainly is short-lived because you've got peace that will be restored. Maybe you had to experience bad luck and misfortunes in order to appreciate what the future has in store for you. Because again, the necessary seeds have been planted on your journey. Remain patient as they begin to gestate. Things that are gestating for you at this time will be positive, will be happy, will move you forward in your life. Okay? And then you've got the Judgment card coming up next. This is an awakening for you. This is a transition, Taurus, moving you forward in your life, allowing you to really take a look and reevaluate where you've been, reassessing where you are so that you can ensure that you have a beautiful, wonderful future with or without someone, you know. I feel, though, that you're destined to meet somebody that could really make you very happy in this lifetime. For some of you guys, it could even be someone from your past that you might have lost touch with. I'm not referring to those from your past who are toxic to you. I'm just talking about people from your past that you might have lost touch. You guys might have had a good connection. So they might want to return, you know. I'm also getting possible reconciliations with even friends or family members that you might have had a falling out with. Judgment Day, you know. If you're unemployed, there's a possibility too, Taurus, of finding employment. Because there's a new job coming in for some of you. This is Pentacles. That's your own earth energy there. You know? 8 of Pentacles too is reminding you, Taurus, to have high standards with the individuals that you allow into your life. You know, if they're toxic, don't allow them in. Because those who come in are there in your life because you've allowed them to be a part of it. And not everybody deserves to be in your life. 7 of Pentacles, okay? There's a reason, again, why patience is being brought up in this reading here for you, because something's not going to happen right away. That's why we've got baby steps that you need to take. You know, but this is about perseverance, Taurus. Again, Pentacles. So this is really speaking to you specifically. Things will eventually fall into place in your life. This is about sustainable results that you will achieve. Things are growing. Things are moving. There's progress here. But this is, believe it or not, another card of gestation. That's the second time that that's referenced here in this reading. So it's telling you got to wait and see how this goes. But eventually, look at that. You've got the Chariot. The person that you're thinking about could also be a Cancer here, or you could even have Cancer in your chart. This is letting you know that you will be successful, that you will overcome. There's movement here. Taking you away from toxic relationships, people, situations, taking back control of your life, overcoming whatever those challenges are, and getting to this, a triumphant outcome. So yeah, you could have experienced loss and sadness in your life. Absolutely. But you don't want to wallow too long in those regrets, you know? Crying over spilled milk, as this card represents. People could have certainly disappointed you, but you can also move forward from that. It all comes down to you, but you got to have patience to see this through, you know? Sorry, guys, I'm so losing my voice. I've been talking too much today. Yeah, that's what's representing itself there. So let's go ahead and grab some additional insight here. I'm going to pull from the Stay Inspired Oracle cards. God, I sound ridiculous. I have literally been talking all day. This is by Sister Moon Tarot, if I didn't mention that. So, what's the added advice that you need to know? I might have to drink some water. I feel like I'm losing my voice. For Taurus. Oh my gosh, look. Free yourself. This is your life. Don't live it restricted by your past or the opinions of others. Write a new story. Absolutely. I gotta grab some water. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Oh my goodness. Free yourself. Yeah. This is where you're meant to be. So it's so true. These two cards together, Taurus, it's really telling you to walk away from situations that you know are not good for you. Free yourself. Let it go. You could also be feeling really vulnerable right now also. And that's okay. You have to honor that within yourself. That's a part of the lesson. That's a part of your journey. Vulnerability. What are the behaviors you use to prevent yourself from being vulnerable? Okay? That is what your angel guides are wanting you to tap into. For those of you who are in this energy of grief, which makes sense to me because of this Five of Cups. Sadness, loss, grief, despair, disappointment, abandonment, regrets, all of that are a part of the energy of the Five of Cups. So this card says, grief always dissipates. Cry as long as you need to. Release your pain and tears. If you have been preventing yourself from really expressing that pain, let it out. Free yourself from that pain, from that grief. And sometimes the only way to do that is to have a good old-fashioned cry. Look at this, Taurus, message. Remember this card? I read all of your messages, and maybe you're not sure that they've received it, or someone you're thinking about isn't sure, you know? So here it is, message. Communication is needed. Communication is coming. Read between the lines. Speak your truth. You both have to speak your truth, whoever is going to reach out to you, or you will reach out to them. I'm so happy this is here, because I really feel some of you guys need this. This is a card of strength. You can weather any storm. You are stronger than you know, Taurus. My daughter is a Taurus. My new granddaughter is a Taurus. I know that energy. I gave birth to that energy in my daughter. I know it's not always easy. And there are days when she struggles with recognizing her worth and how strong she actually is. But the thing is, she's one of the strongest people I know. She's been through a lot, but man, she's resilient. And if you relate to this as a Taurus, I know how strong you are, and you need to recognize that within yourself. Whatever you've been through, whoever you've been with that has put you in this type of environment, you need to get out. You need to free yourself. You need to be strong enough to take that first step if you haven't already. All right, Taurus, there's a reason why that came through here today. So I want to wrap up this reading with some messages from your angels. Let's see what additional advice is here. Angels and spirit guides, please. For Taurus, what other advice do your angel guides need to bring forward for you, Taurus? We have Opal, and we have Ariel, and bottom of the deck, we have Angel Crystal, okay? Opal. Your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well cared for by God and the angels. And my goodness, that has such a significant meaning for my family specifically at this time, because as I've mentioned, my daughter is a Taurus, my granddaughter is a Taurus as well. She was literally born 9 days ago, and we are incredibly blessed to have her in our family. So for those of you who resonate with this, that you've been blessed with children, and for those who have lost children, there's a reason why this is coming through. There's healing here that needs to happen for some of you guys. And your angels are here to help you with that. Ariel. New psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, and meditation. If this is something that you're gifted in as well, Taurus, or if you feel the need to just go within and meditate and pray in order to bring about that healing, in order for you to have clarity of what it is that you need to do in your life, go for it. You know, Angel Ariel is here blessing you and watching you as well, watching over you. And then we've got Angel Crystal. Have faith and hope, because there is something positive and new on the horizon that you can't yet see. Do you see that? How that's playing off of each other? The necessary seeds have been planted on your journey, Taurus. Remain patient as they begin to gestate. You don't see it yet. You're not meant to see it yet. It's not the right time. But eventually, peace will be restored in your life. Have faith and hope that things are going to culminate in a very positive way for you. Remember, you've got the Chariot right here. Triumphant outcome here for you, Taurus. You will overcome so much. You know what it is those obstacles represent in your life. And you know what it is that you will overcome. You're strong. You're resilient. You will weather any storm that comes your way. And you need to recognize that strength within you. Absolutely. 100%. You got this. Okay? So that's where I'm going to leave this one. Taurus, whatever part of this made sense for you, I truly hope that it does bring you peace. And that's it for now. If you're interested in your own reading, that information is down below. Thank you guys so much. Take care.